You know, I don't care who needs to hear this. Steven in Steven Universe Future was a valid crash out. Because I've been seeing comments about Steven's trauma being seen as forced, but in my opinion, it makes the most fucking sense as of now. Just look at all the things Steven has gone through throughout his life. Bro was raised by a single dad and 3 gems who didn't even know how humanity worked, even though they've been on Earth for 6,000 years at least. And these gems were still grieving over the loss of Rose Quartz, their leader and best friend, who gives most of her sentience and being to birth Steven. And because of that, every other gem still believes he's Rose, even the 3 gems that were helping raising him originally. Because of that, along with being raised alongside the crystal gems, he would go through a lot of fuckery, with a lot of the time it being life-threatening, sometimes even by his own powers in multiple ways. Sometimes it's not even just him, it's his friends as well. And then on top of all of that, you got him dealing with this identity crisis and finding out that Rose Quartz wasn't exactly how everybody said she was. This will cause turmoil within him and the rest of the crystal gems for like half the series. She went from the story of a gem that just realized Earth is beautiful and wanted to fight for it with all her life, who pleaded to her Diamond Pink that Earth should be saved along with its life instead of colonized. And then Pink Diamond just said, bitch, we are not the same as these things. We are infinitely better. You better get your ass back to work. And off that rejection started a rebellion among the gems, full of not only average everyday gems, but outcast gems that felt like they had no place. They would become the Crystal Gems. And while they fought valiantly, they for damn sure were losing that war because Pink Diamond's army was just too crazy. So she ended up going to Pink Diamond and shattering her, which in this world is semi-permanent death. Upon grief of this action, the rest of the diamonds ended up shooting a beam at Earth that would fuck up every gem that came into contact with it, and Rose could only protect Pearl and Garnet. This would cause the gems, both ally and enemy alike, to become corrupted monsters. So yeah, a lot of times when the crystal gems were capturing motherfuckers, it turned out to be either their allies or enemies from a war thousands of years ago. But in all actuality, Rose Quartz and Pink Diamond were one of the same, and the only one that knew this for 100% fact was Pearl, but was sworn to secrecy, so she couldn't even tell anybody, not even Steven. And to keep that secret safe, she would end up fucking over quite a few gems, some directly like Bismuth and Spinel, who had nothing but the best wishes for her, and everyone else who thought they knew her like Pearl indirectly. But the most indirect fuckery is on Steven, because he's the closest thing to answers that they got, and through all that, he's gotta be a glue that holds them together. Add in the attempted murders and kidnapping and shit like this that they gotta deal with on a daily basis, what the fuck? All of which he would have little to no time to actually process mentally and had to kind of go with it to keep everybody cool. Stacked on top of diamond powers that he doesn't truly understand but makes him a conscious threat to everyone, and he knows this, and constantly trying to bottle up and keep everyone in the dark about it so they can be cool. Do you really think this would not create a D1 crash out eventually? Hell, he's even had meltdowns in the regular show. How the hell did y'all miss this? And this isn't even accounting for the Greg side of shit. And I'm not just talking about the sneaky links with Amethyst.